You hate me.
Constituents, let us voice an opinion.
You hate me because for 10 years you have not explained to me why it's okay to take 40% of my income from me and give it to someone else.
Okay. Well, that's fine. And you didn't get to ask the question tonight. You'll be the first.
This is the way you behave in the light of prayer.
Well, he needs to be respectful.
Let me finish and then we'll go to the questions.
Taxation without representation.
Yeah, but anyway, so that's what's going to happen. Those are the two hottest issues. I'll be glad to talk about the stimulus bill and the impact on our district if you have questions. But I don't mind going to questions now. And since you were in the back last night,
Yes, sir.
and
I appreciate that.
are you Mr. Willett?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Larry McClure. I'm neither a Democrat, Republican, or Libertarian. I do have Democrat roots because my has has held a Harris County public office as a Democrat. I vote for the best person I think will represent my vision for this country. I am fed up American citizen of your district. I would like to thank you for the response to your concerns that I have sent you via online. Actually, that's been great. I actually went online to your website, gave you some of my concerns, and actually got a letter back in the mail from you. And I really appreciate that. I really do.
We try to respond to everyone from our district.
My last concern that I sent to you was about health care reform and federal criminals that you like to refer to as undocumented residents. In your return letter, your aide underlined the sentence. It also does not.
I underlined it.
Okay, good.
I looked at all the emails.
It also does not cover undocumented residents for the new health care plan. The increasing number of illegal aliens coming into the United States, forcing the closure of hospitals, spreading previously vanquished diseases, and threaten to destroy American pride's healthcare system, says a report in 2005 spring issue of the journal American Physicians and Surgeons. The influx of illegal aliens has serious hidden medical consequences, writes Madeline Kellner-Cosman, author of the report. We judge reality primarily by what we see, but what we do not see can be more dangerous, more expensive, and more deadly than what we've seen. According to her study, 84 California hospitals are closing their doors as a direct result of rising number of illegal aliens and their non-reimbursed tax on the system. Now, if your health care bill does not cover federal criminals, you still are not addressing the huge underlying health care problem that we have. If you don't think that the hospitals and doctors will raise their prices of care of those of us that are paying customers, you're crazy. All the hospitals have to take care of these criminals, and they show up at their hospital emergency room. That's a federal law. We pay for it in our premiums. Fix the waste in Social Security, Medicare, welfare, and fix the illegal immigration, and you will find our medical costs would drop significantly.
Yeah. Lower our taxes and we can pay our health care bills better.
Just manage the programs that you were hired to take care of instead of making things worse for America with more bad legislation and federal entitlement programs. Do you really want to be called a socialist?
Let me respond. I actually served with a socialist. He's a member of Congress now, a U.S. Senator from Vermont. And so, believe me, there's a lot of differences between her socialist. And but he gets elected in Vermont, and that's fine. On the undocumented, let me talk about that. Because you're right. You know, if someone's here illegally, they shouldn't be here. In fact, our problem is that we have, for the last, I know every session, I voted for additional money for border protection to do all sorts of things on the border. And if you go down to Brownsville, Texas right now, and you were there 10 years ago, you'll see it's a lot different now. There's fences, there's monitoring, there's all sorts of things. I actually hunt dove just south of Brownsville using along the border there. And I haven't been there in about 2 years, but I can bet you there's a fence now along that area that really are ag land, agricultural land. So we've done it. We've tried to control the borders. 40% of the people who are coming here actually come here on a legal visa and overstay it. And we don't have a way to track them. And that's the problem. So 40%.
That's the job you need to fix first.
You're right.
Put on this other.
You're right. But we have been increasing the funding for the personnel. And I'll just give you the last numbers we have for immigration prosecutions in our country. Well, it's probably not. But as of April of 2009, we've actually increased prosecutions 33%. Now, anybody who runs, whether it's a federal agency or a business, the increase from the year before, 33%, is pretty substantial. Now, probably the best thing going on is it because people aren't coming here anymore because the jobs aren't here. And that's been the thing. So, but anyway, you know, I will, in this year, I voted for the Homeland Security Appropriations Bill that increased appropriations for apprehensions and prosecutions, and we're going to continue to do that. But I'm not going to vote for a health care law. Now, there is a provision in here that will cover undocumented, because you would complain about that because it'd be another magnet for some.